Hello, Snickerdoodle. Greggy Huffman, my future ex-husband. Hello. I'm just farting around. Not really. I was trying to get some things in order. How is everyone? Ooh. Oh, crap. Just getting things situated. Just getting them situated. I don't know which side I want my box on, the right or the left. You noticing every few minutes you'll see still getting used to this. Ooh. Okay. You'll see shooting stars. Sarah, hello. How are you? Okay. Cindy M, hello. I caved in, Les. I'm eating frosted flakes. She's eating frosted flakes. Oh, 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 oh. There just went a shooting star. Okay. Doing pretty good, says Sarah. I'm wearing my white hat because I don't want the government to know that I'm checking up on their Sky Brothers. Don't want them to know. I don't want them coming after me. Hey, Cindy, says Snicker. Alrighty. I don't know what. I'm gonna put my box right there. How's everybody's day been? Weekend? Past week? What's today? Wednesday? Todd B, hello. Liz, you're out of this world. Oh, God. Snickerdoodle's doing okay. Glad you're on. Yes, me too. I was going to come on last night, and I was busy doing something, and I couldn't pull away. I was like, daggone it, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, now I remember what it was. I'm making a video on it. So, is that your backyard? Yeah, sure. Sure. I wish. There's too much light around here for me to have this many stars up there for me to see. That's for sure. I wanted to find a background that moved and had the constellation Orion. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not finished loading my pictures in. I'm really not. So I'm kind of doing that too. So I think we're gonna go with Universe 3. So I'm still loading, so to speak, but where's all my... There they are. That one. That one. Where is the good one? I know that's... Okay. And we're going to turn that one off. Let's see. Anna Grissom, hello. Tired, worked 5 trucks in 3 days. Jeez. Just keep busy as I can. Happy you're doing good. Let's... A granddaughter just called me Miss Cindy. You better say something. Johnny B, hello. It's been a while. Hello. I'm doing good this evening. I'm still loading in pics. Yeah, you don't know how much 5 trucks are. I'm telling you. First, I don't know. What number was that? 3, 4? Yeah. Are those two the same picture? God, I hope not. If they are, I'm screwed. That's what I wanted. Yeah, Can you guys actually see these pictures as I'm loading them? Good to hear you're doing all right, Cindy. Greg, how are you, bud? Anna's saying hi, Snicker and Greg. Are you doing okay? Can you guys actually see these pictures as I'm loading them? Snickerdoodle, how are you? I'm gonna leave something to be desired. We're gonna go. I was busy and I just didn't get my pictures in time. I mean, I got them, but I didn't load them in time. It's not like I'm gonna have a lot of pictures anyway, because they're a lot of the same thing. All right, we're gonna leave that right there. Good news, Johnny. Leaving work now, off tomorrow. Yay, Anna. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. All right, we're gonna go with that one. See, I did this too. Okay, this is what I need. I think those two same. So I need this one. Yeah. Yes. This is where I wish. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Let's check it out. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. Okay, done. Oh, don't need to do that. Okay, here we go. It's my fault, Liz. I kept you too long before live. My bad. Sorry. No, that's all right. That was my fault for not having it done earlier. Johnny B's been working my ass off lately, but I'm doing great. Thank you. Awesome, awesome. Anna's going on vacation in 9 days. Excellent, excellent. Brian the Hunter. Yes. We're gonna do a little something on Beetlejuice too. Of course, we'll be discussing all kind of space stuff. You're welcome, Johnny. Good to hear you doing alright. Oh, that's sweet. Clark, how you doing, honey? I got a few minutes before the lights go out, so if I disappear, it's all good until then. Hello, all. Hello. Anna's a beautiful background. Yeah, I like this background. Todd says, what do you do, Anna? Johnny B's like, Les in space. Yep. Hi, Les, and everyone says, Hazel-eyed Vixen. Hello. Kept 2 at Walmart truck and stock grocery. Okay. Clark's like, I'm here. Hi, Todd. Sarah, did anyone see the 2017 solar eclipse? I did. It was a cool experience. Just what was on TV or the computer. Always good to be here. Hey, Hazel, says Snicker. Everybody's saying hi. Clark says, I saw your future ex-husband here. Hi, Greg. Yeah. Oh, Clark's the only one that gets that. My future ex-husband. Ah, ha, ha. That's funny. That's funny. Okay. Before we get into tonight's topic, want to have a couple announcements. First one is it was almost full totally here in Kentucky. Oh. Clark says, I got it from the beginning. Cindy says, howdy, Hazel. Good to see you, Colton Clark. And hello to all I missed. Todd says, I saw the eclipse live. It was surreal. Sarah says, I'm looking forward for the next American one in 2024. I hope I'm alive. And hope to be here to catch the next one after that in 2045. I'll be 81 then. I'll be dead by then. I know in my lifetime so far, I've seen 2 total solar eclipses in the United States in my lifetime. So, North American solar eclipses. So I'm privileged to see that many. And remember what the hell it's all about. Me too, ashes, scattered, independence, pass in Colorado. Hi, Cindy, thank you. Hi, Cindy, good to see you as well, darling. Anyone see Haley's Comet? I've seen a couple of partials. Those are interesting, but there's no substitute for the totality experience. Exactly. Well, no, I think I've seen... No, I've seen 2. Um, yeah, I forget how old I was. They had the last one. When was the last one? It was strange. I felt like things were in slow motion. How quickly the temp dropped. Yeah, it dropped quick, didn't it? There, no, and nobody else saw Haley's either. I did see Hale Bop when it made its passage, and yet, and another one more recently whose name I don't remember. Hazel said, yeah, it was freaky sneaker. So quiet, the birds and everything stopped. Todd says, yes, it got cold and dark. Nature went crazy. Yeah. I'm not familiar with the comments, space stuff. Not much knowledge about the innards of the universe. Well, I'm hoping to do a lot of innards of the universe on here. I really am. But I remember driving and we were going around Mountain Builders Park, me and my friend Michelle, and we were just going around it and through all the trees. If you looked on the ground and if you looked like on the dash of the car, all it was little moon, half like moon shape, crescent moon shape. Dead serious. That's the most interesting thing for me was that about 90%, 96%, it was like the world went from color to black and white. Yeah, good. I look forward to learning if I can be here. You can be here, Clark. Yeah, you can be here. So, couple announcements. First being is don't forget Friday we are doing Robert the doll, possessed doll, the one in the sailor suit. So don't forget that. Um, Sarah says Crescent Shadows. I noticed that in 1994 when we had a partial eclipse, the street lights also came on, even though it didn't seem darker. It was 60%, 60% here. A nurse snuck me in her laptop. Hello, manipulated her. Aww. Um, yeah, that was a total eclipse. When was the last total eclipse in North America? When was it? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Anybody know? Does anybody know? Anybody know? Sarah says August 21st, 2000. Okay. Yeah. Oh no, Michelle wasn't live then. There was one in Chile and Argentina about a week ago. Yeah. I saw that on the internet. Yeah. Does anyone in this room have a family member that collects creepy Christmas dolls, or is only me? No, I have a friend that actually makes them. August 2017. Okay. And when was the one before that? Because I could have sworn, um, Johnny B says my aunt hoards them. Hazel's like all dolls creep me out. Hell, I'm with you there. I know the song Total Eclipse. Total eclipse of the heart. Turn around bright eyes. Does anybody know when the one before? There was a total eclipse in the Winnipeg area when I was in high school. When, yeah. See, I remember being in grade school when I saw my first one. And so the next one was 2017. So the second one, never played with dolls, just live people when I saw them. I still see live people. I told my doctor that today. He suggested therapy. Oh my god. Johnny B, Sarah, I'm from Winnipeg. I seen a partial like 30 years ago, says Snicker. My dad knew some people who chartered a bus and went there. That was about 1980. Any updates, Johnny, on the people at the Super 8? Someone X on drugs. Hello, welcome to the lounge. My name is Leslie, and my friends and family call me Les. Hence, Lez'S Lounge. Welcome. I saw one in 2011. I love the shock effect. Did you guys know that there was, I think it was 60 youngins, not real young, who raided and destroyed a Walgreens? There's a total eclipse somewhere in the world on an average of every 18 months. Most, of course, are over the ocean or in uninhabited areas. Damn, our luck. Sure, Jan, hello. February 26, 1979. That was my first one. That was the first one I saw. So I have seen 2 in my lifetime. Got pics of Ring of Fire, says X on drugs. Ooh. Snickerdoodle, yeah, Les, this next one coming up in a few years, I believe the path is going to take it up into a high. Awesome. Sarah says, for those of you who don't know, there was a gas leak in Winnipeg and about 50 people were hospitalized. Oh my god. Car says, hey Johnny, I fell into the burning ring of fire. So yay. Hazelite, I have always wanted to get married during an eclipse, but I don't see it happening. Walmart looking field trip during eclipse. Mid-Mary, hello. Sorry, Exxon, just the way my mind works, says Clark. Sorry, Sarah, you okay? Just coming, said Mid-Mary, to give you some love and thumbs up. Awesome. Exxon's like, all good, mine too. Hello to anyone who just came in, says Snickerdoodle. Okay. So, alrighty. So I've got to go take care of something real quick. I got to put the baby to bed. She's all hilarious and running around screaming, girl. I know that feeling. Mid-Mary says, you're so cute. Oh, thank you. Les says, McDemons got darker in your area. No, it's not gotten any darker. Thank God. Sarah says, I don't live in Winnipeg. I heard about it on the news and have a Facebook friend who's an ICU nurse there. She said her hospital got very few patients. Oh, I like finding humor and laugh. Yeah, I do too. And laughing in all I hear or read. Snickerdoodle's like, hey, Exxon. And Mid-Mary says she keeps hugging the dog and the dog does not like to be hugged. No dogs like to be hugged, but at 2, apparently, dogs love to be hugged. The paths of the 2017 and 2024 eclipses go right over Carbondale, Illinois, where I briefly lived and worked a few years ago. Aw. Heard eclipses can lead to fights in Disneyland. Okay, you guys. Let me play this, and then we'll get started in tonight's topic. Whoops. Whoop, I don't know why. And that'll play, and I got something to take care of. That's my favorite intro. Wow. Okay. You really slugged that one woman and dragged her across the ground. Hell yeah, he did. Meds are working overtime. Johnny watching the Les show is like stepping into a new world. Awesome. Stickle's going, ooh. Clark's like, that's fab. Johnny's like, in 4K. Mm-hmm. Mid-Mary, Les is calming to me. Not many here are. Oh, thank you. Clark says she's one of the best as far as I'm concerned. Thank you, Clark. So are you. Okay. Looky. There's Vern. Station Ace. Hello. Station Ace. My video. Yes. You know that's one of my favorite. Actually, it is my favorite. It really is. In the beginning, Ghost said, or God said, let there be light. And from the heavens, God presents us with the greatness. Les 360. Oh my God. Johnny. Wow, were those Northern Lights? Yes. Yes, they were. Chris is like, I like it too. Yeah, I bet he does. So pretty, said Hazel. Yeah. I like the music. Chris did excellent. Chris did that one all on his own. He did excellent with it. When he showed me that, I fell in love. Dead serious. Fell in love. Okay. Stage names. Hi, Hazel. Now, okay. So, let's get it. Booker K. Hello, been forever. Hello, hello. Don't remind me, Les. It's the drugs they just pumped into me. So, as y'all can see, okay, it's backwards for me. As y'all can see, ooh, okay, yeah, there. This is space. There is not enough a person can do or say about space. There's not enough. We don't know. I love how the scientists said, we know this, and this. Yes, we do know some things. But that is nothing compared to what is really out there. I may be out there in the universe somewhere. Chris, like, space is so amazing. It truly is, especially when you get into the nebulas and other systems and how they look and stuff like that. That's why I can't wait to work with Chris to get that game where you can make your own universe. I want our room to actually make our own universe, a piece at a time. I want everybody to be in on it. So we're going to actually create our own universe. And there is so much out there. I would like to visit the Diamond Planet. Are you kidding? That'll just drop everybody's diamond values. Just kidding. I want to visit them all. Clark said the Twilight Zone. So what little bit, or the vast amount, that we think we know about the universe is literally a drop in a 5-gallon bucket. Or big old drum. It really is. You cannot say enough. You cannot learn enough. Sandra, just Sandra, hello. There's not enough to say about it. You can't. So everything that we learn, even through this room or through the professionals, it's never going to be enough. We will never know the secrets of all of the whole universe. Just do a bit of morph kick, and voila, There you are. You're there. If we could harness the power of the sun, we could have power forever. Stars are so amazing. Exactly. Oh, exactly. Um, so, but why is it that we have this vast amount of space? I mean, to get to the next star is what? How many light years away? Just to get to the next star. And if you guys want to know how much a light year is, and I'm sure some people do know, is that you travel at the speed of light, and you do it for 1 year. Now travel that for one of our Earth years, 365 365 day year. Okay, travel at the speed of light, then you'll have 1 year, 1 light year. When you travel at the speed of light, time slows down. Yes, it does. Because, like I've told people before, time is a human thing. Space has no time. Space is not worried about time. Space just is. There is no time. It will slow down. That's just the way it goes. I mean, you know, the astronauts can take a revolution around the Earth, come back, and they're losing time on their watch. I think they lose a minute or something. Sandra Clark says, Sandra, back up, girl. When Les is done with him, he becomes my future ex-husband. Poor Greggy. Poor Greg, he doesn't know what to do. Well, anyway, but that's pretty sad. Everybody wants to be Greg, be Greg's ex, or have Greg be their ex. That's pretty sad. All I know about space is men are from Mars and women are from Venus. That explains so much, believe me. Yeah, well, yeah. So, but space has been a mystery, and since the beginning of time, humans have looked to the stars for all their answers. All their answers. And even now, Connie Baldwin, hello. Even now, you guys, we look to the stars, we find it fascinating, if nothing else. We look to the stars and we're fascinated by it. I'm fascinated by it. Chris is fascinated by it. So, call us nerds or whatever, but we are fascinated. So what we're going to do is, like, you know, I took the story of Perseus and all that, and I did a whole thing on Perseus, Cassiopeia, and the mom. Oh yeah, that is Cassiopeia and Andromeda, and Pegasus, the horse. Sandra says, I like the weightlessness of space. Me too. The only star I want to give me an answer is Julia Roberts, and that would be yet. Oh my god. Celeste, hello. Space is a mystery and is incomprehensible to the human mind because God created it. Les, how will the Earth end? Get too hot or too cold? Too hot. So we're just going to do a little bit at a time. And as time goes on, we'll do more and more and more and more and more. So right now we are going to do, I was just going to say God created the heavens first. I know. God was going to make an appearance, trust me. So we're just going to do a little bit at first, just get kind of used to it, and then we're going to dive into really some deep stuff. I am wanting, Chris, what's the name of that probe that passed Pluto last year, or was it the year before that? The sun will blow up and kill everything on Earth if it didn't get hit. If it didn't get hit by a something instead. Sun ain't gonna blow up. Jeffrey Taddeo, hello. Hi Les, F broken lines and lying traveler. What? F broke lines and lying traveler. Chris, thanks for that encouraging bit of info. I want some of what Clark is having. Oh my god. So anyway, so I decided to do, however, we'll have a few 100 million years advanced notice before expands into a red giant. Well, it's not going to take a few 100 million years once the sun blows up for us to notice. Sandra said fire will destroy this time. Yeah. So I figure, why not take the biggest constellation and the most intriguing constellation, Satellites New Horizons. That's right. I want the feedback from New Horizons. I really do. I want to see what it's got so far outside of our solar system. The sun is not big enough to blow up, i.e. become a supernova, I know. But we are going to talk about that today. So we're going to go over Orion. Why is it important? And why is the star on the right-hand shoulder of Orion, Betelgeuse, why is that important? So, first of all, dun, 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 dun. Let me move everybody over here. And so we are going to bring up Orion. Okay. So if you notice, you have the belt, the 3 dots along the middle. That's the belt. And if you go straight down and you see that orangish, yellowish looking thing, that is the nebula. And that's along the so-called sword sheath. But that is the nebula. If you go straight up and you see that red dot up there, that's Betelgeuse. So if you're having a hard time finding Betelgeuse in a cluster like that's behind me, because it's really hard to find out west, you can always look for these 2 markers, especially the red planet, the red star. That is Betelgeuse. Betelgeuse is literally, can't believe brought them in first. Betelgeuse, believe it or not, is expected to go supernova at any time. This Betelgeuse here has only been around about 10 million years, and the way it was created, that's about the life expectancy of them. It's actually outlived it a little bit. Betelgeuse is one of the largest stars known to exist. It is big enough to swallow up the orbit of Jupiter. I was getting to that. It is the ninth brightest star in the universe. And if you did set Betelgeuse, this is how huge it is. If you set Betelgeuse in the middle of our solar system, it will encompass all the way out to Jupiter. At least that's what they're saying. It may have already, and the light rays just haven't reached us yet. I heard a speaker say that recently. Exactly. But scientists are also saying that they're not looking for it to go supernova, which is explode, supernova, for another 100,000 years. So who knows? How do they know how long it's really been here? What I want to know, but they're the scientists, not me. It does not have, I believe, the mass that our sun has, but it is more luminescent, if that makes sense. Supernova means explode. Yeah. So, but why is it important? Because Betelgeuse has been mentioned in history, ancient history. It's been mentioned in the history of the Indian people. It's been mentioned in the history of the Mayan. And it's an important star. It's an important star. And why? Some cultures believe the Crab Nebula is supernova, that when it exploded about 1,000 years ago was brighter than the moon. Yup. Kayla Renee, hello. Is it the only bright orange star? It's the only bright orange star that you can see clearly and plainly with the naked eye. So, field trip to Betelgeuse. And hello, Kayla. It's and that's how, if you're in a cluster like what's behind me, if you see a pattern, I always look for the belt, which is hard to find, but Orion is the largest constellation in the sky, and you can best see it between, I believe, November and February. It's during the cold months. You can see it. You can see it perfectly at my mom's house. Yes, it depends on where your mom lives. The belt, as well. Yes, it depends on where you live. Between November and February, it's towards the colder months that you can find Orion, but it's Orion look in the southwest skies between November and February. And it can be seen, Orion can be seen also at the same time from the southern hemisphere during that exact same time. That's one of the things that makes it neat. And you can see from the southern hemisphere, you can see Orion in the northwest sky from the southern hemisphere. So that's what makes it neat. You can actually see them in both hemispheres at the same time. Our sun is so small. Yeah, it is. It's really small. Judith, hello. Hello. Can you give me a shout out? Oh, hello, Les. Can you give a shout out to my dad, Robert? Robert, Jen, Kylie, Kayla, and Adrian. Well, hello to Robert, Jen, Kylie, Kayla, hello, and Adrian, hello. Les, do you think there is a place somewhere in space that could take us back to the past? I don't think there's a place that can do it. Like wormholes? Who knows? Yes. Kayla, Renee. Oh! By the way, hello, Liz. Hello. Did you see my link, Les? No, I didn't. Tanner said, you sure wouldn't have thought so today, Chris, hot as hell. Where are you from, Sandra? Which one is that? Oh, yeah, Antares and Beetlejuice. I seen that one. I was going to talk about that. Oh, I was going to talk about that. Chicago, Chicago. Here's another picture. This one's a little closer. For real, for real. But that's the right shoulder of Orion. Sorry, Les. No need to be sorry. No, I'm glad you did, because I don't think I have it up there. I don't think I have it up there. But I do like that comparison. It's like for the fall. 114, dang. Well, anyway. So we have Betelgeuse as the star, and Orion. See, Orion's an important constellation anyway. I think most people in here know that. Nemesis Dawn, hello. I believe the universe is a brain. That's a way of looking at it. I'd be when you look at the stars, you're looking in the past. The light takes so long to get to us. It does. I always wondered what it was. You can see it. You can see it flicker slash shine. It's been doing that. What it's doing is that it's luminescence, so to speak. The brightness, whatever, will, and this is one of the reasons why. The stability of the light isn't, and that's what gives some. It'll go in and out, like you said, and that's what gives people, some scientists, to believe that it has already exploded. So. Yes, Snicker, but I better get used to the hot weather and no snow. Oh my goodness. Clark says, I knew some other woman would go. Oh, really? Okay. Well, for those, I'm more fascinated about planets than stars. We're going to get into planets. But the star is important, though, in Betelgeuse, because Orion is a very important constellation to most ancient civilizations. They believe life, that Orion is a hunter, but is the ultimate, and it is the life has come from the constellation Orion. And where the ancient civilizations say it comes from is from Betelgeuse. You see, that's where the Space Brothers come from. Betelgeuse. Life came from Betelgeuse because that's where our Space Brothers came from. Texas Farmhouse, hello. Hey, Les, been listening while I color my hair. We'll have to rinse in a bit, but want to say hello. Hello, Texas. So if you read up on Native American history, if you go way back, they talk about the Space Brothers. They talk about the space people. They talk about life coming from Beetlejuice. Because that's where they come from. Is they come from Beetlejuice. Now, my thing is, you know, which it's Beetlejuice is only a modern terminology for that star. It was actually called something else. Jabare or something. It was called something else. And let's see. I'm trying to look up the name right now. Oh, I can't find it. Well, anyway, Beetlejuice is back then. It was actually called whatever the original spelling and everything. It was actually called what is it, Chris? The hand of the shoulder of the central one, or the hand of the great one. So they actually believe Orion was human, as in Egyptian culture will tell you. And that life does come from Beetlejuice. Egyptian culture, Egyptian history, ancient Egypt say that also. I want to know why. The true Native Americans have a strong belief. Well, yeah, and if you go way back into Native American history, they talk about it. They do have a very strong belief. I have the book Star Mounds, Legacy of a Native American Mystery. Haven't read it yet. Well, we have here in town what is called, well, it actually goes along with Star Mounds, but we have the Mound Builders. And Ohio has a lot of the Mound Builders, and we have a famous park here that some stuff gets creepy at night over there. I had to take the camera and just go in there because they don't close it down. I mean, it's supposed to be closed, but it's not. And they don't even have the gate up anymore, so you can go at night. Kayla says, we have Serpent Mound. Wait. Serpent Mound is in high. Texas Farmhouse, hello. She's saying reddish blonde. I want to go to Serpent Mound. It's in the southwest. Yeah. It's in the southwest high. I'm not going to say where to protect you, but I want to go. Well, anyway. Hey, I'm going to high on Saturday. Me too. I'm going to. Ha ha ha. Thank you. You're welcome. But when I go, when I do go, because I really want to go. Because they need to make a tower over there like they have here at the Dolls Arboretum, so you can look up on top, see the actual mound, Serpent Mound. Me, Sunbury Housewives, and Danny G are going to Lake Erie together. I can't freaking wait. Ooh. My mother is full-fledged Sioux Indian. Wow. That will be an awesome trip, Texas. Heck yeah. They have a tower. It's really creepy. They do. Well, anyway, I had to do the constellation of the serpent and had that go with the Serpent Mound because it matches perfectly. Okay. What I really wanted to try to find was that, full of tons of energy. It really is. That's why I want to go. Was crazier than a loon when she hit the fire water. Now, of course, whoops. If you're in a cluster, look for this. This is what it will look like in a cluster of stars. And it's mainly out west or what, miles away from a city. You have to be miles away. Because it's the street lights and business lights and everything at night. It does a backlight, so to speak, and it fades out a lot of the stars. But if you're in a place that's way out, way away from any kind of city light, if best place is out west, this is what it's going to look like. And still yet, you can see the nebula and Betelgeuse better than you can the actual belt of Orion. And of course, you can barely, unless you know where to look, you're not going to find the bow. But right there, and then the left shoulder is known as Bellatrix. So it's kind of like pointing down, and right now his bow is off the screen. They're not going to find it. But you can see here the nebula, and you can see the belt, and you can see Betelgeuse up there in the corner. So text says we can see all kinds of stars here. I've got some amazing moon shots. Atoms remind me of solar systems. They really do. That sounds really cool, Les. Yeah, it isn't sturdy, so that isn't sturdy. We can see all kinds of stars here. Oh yeah, I wish I could take shots like that. I need to get a telescope for my mom's place. I saw some of your stuff when checking your channel text. That's good stuff. I think, does anyone here know of the story of Orion and Betelgeuse? I'm going to say the Greek story. I don't particularly care for the Roman story. My favorite is definitely the Egyptian story. But if you know anything about Orion, does anybody know how there's a Greek mythology or an Egyptian mythology for every constellation out there. For every constellation out there. Texas doesn't. Sandra doesn't. Tell us, Les. Well, I will. I am. I just want to see if anybody knew. Because, you know. Now, this is the story of Orion. As told, Nemesis Dawn, we only see the universe in single pixels. Just think if we could zoom out and see the whole picture. Oh my god. It would blow me away if I could do that. Kaylee used to. Now, when Chris, I'm going to get the program that he's got, and like I said, we can build our own universe, you guys, with this game. So that's what we're going to do. And of course, I'll step out, and then I'll be like, okay, what do you guys want up on there? And it doesn't have to be all done in one night. We can take our time. We can create our own. We can create our own constellations. We can create everything. We can do our own planets, how we want it to look. We can do our own universes, how we want it to look. We can do our own nebulas. We can do our own supernovas. And I want everybody in on it. I want everyone in on it. Everyone. But this is the story of Orion as far as the Egyptian story is told. Now, the reason why I usually try to go Egyptian, if I can remember, is because the Greeks took it from Egypt, and then Rome took it from Greeks. So, okay, this needs her laptop back, so I gotta go to La La Land now. Aw. Clark, I hope you have a good night, hon. Come back ASAP. Yes, I saw a program on TV tonight about Apollo 11's landing on the moon in 1969. I just started crying because I remember that vividly. I would give anything if I could have been Neil Armstrong. Aww. Aww. That's sweet. Nemesis, Knight Clark says Texas. Nemesis says most ancient cultures point to Orion. I don't know of one that doesn't. Go better Copen, Sia Copen, Night Copen. I don't know of a ancient culture that does not refer to Orion at all, or Pleiades, or any of them. I asked if I could have my friend bring me my computer, and they said no. Please let them tell me no in the hospital. Nemesis says exactly. How haven't they gone back to the moon? I don't get it. Can't be true. They just quit the program. They figure we've already been there 3 or 4 times. There ain't nothing new. And they just quit the program. Hannah, hello. Hello, Les. I got my Star Trek mug full of Earl Grey tea ready to hear about space. Well, we're going into the story of Orion, for those that don't know. So, in the Egyptian culture, in the ancient Egyptian story is, Orion was a demigod. Okay? And that, his name was Osiris, though. He was a god. And then his bride, who was his sister, was Isis. Right? And they had a brother. What was the brother's name? This is going to sound really weird, but I'm going to ask a question. I was about to start kindergarten when Apollo 11 happened. I was equally excited about being allowed to eat breakfast in the living room. Oh my gosh. Really? Wow. I always did love eating in the living room when you were young. Okay. This is going to sound... See, Lust, you can answer this. After Cain and Abel... After Cain was sent away, Abel's dead. What was the next son's name? I can't remember right offhand. I can't think right now. Keep telling... Oh. I can't remember his name. No, this was Avani's third son. I thought Celeste was still in here. She would know. No. Oh my god. Was it Seth? I don't want to give you guys the wrong name because it has to do with that. Okay. Hold on. Let me go look. Alrighty. Yep, Seth. I was right. Damn. Anywho, it's Seth, yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, it's Seth. So, you have Osiris and you have Isis, who was like the gods of Egypt. And they also had a brother named Seth. That's how I always knew it was after the third son. It's not the third son, but so they called him Set. Now, the brother Set wanted Isis, but Osiris and Isis were truly in love. They were benevolent, they were kind, supposedly. They truly loved each other. And Osiris was this great hunter. He was a great ruler. And Set was jealous. Jealous, jealous, jealous. My favorite is the Green Light Show. Yeah, the Aurora Borealis. So Set was jealous as can be. And he had tried to kill... See, let's say it was Seth. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So Set was jealous as can be of his brother. Okay, and he wanted Isis. Isis and Osiris, they went along. They were in love. For real in love and this and that. And Set tried to kill Osiris, I don't know how many times. But he never could do it. So he went and he said, look, Set went to Osiris and said, Osiris, I want to throw you a party. Understanding tragedy, of course. I want to throw you a party. But what I want to do is I want to make your sarcophagus. Osiris is like, are you crazy? This is modern times. Are you crazy? No, I want it the right size. I want it to look perfect for when the time comes. Which I'm surprised, because that's usually cause for murder to, even speak of a pharaoh dying, because the pharaoh doesn't die. So Osiris, for some reason, agrees with this. So Set takes the measurements and makes this sarcophagus. And he said, I'm going to throw you a party of life. Okay. So Set throws this party. And he reveals this beautiful sarcophagus. And he said, I want my brother to lay in it. And so that way we can make sure it fits. And so it fits him, and that he's comfortable in the afterlife. Well, Osiris gets into this sarcophagus. And Set shuts the top of it. And it was full of like daggers and stuff like that. And it killed him. This is one of the stories. Another story is that they actually went hunting. But I don't know how true that is, because Osiris was a great hunter. He knew what he was doing. So it kills him. So Isis is so upset and so grief-stricken. Nothing could console her. Nothing. And Set thought that Isis would go to him. And so Isis was so upset, and Set was so jealous. He did not want Osiris being brought back at all, because he found out that's what Isis was going to do. So he went and cut him up. He cut him up into 13 pieces. And he scattered all the pieces all over the area, even as far as Syria and Lebanon and stuff like that. Well, Isis found out. She said, no. So she went on a trek, and she looked for all of Osiris's parts. She found his arms, hands, his head, his legs, found everything except for the important baby making part. Well, she created a baby making part. And that is what is known as the obelisks of today. They were the phallus that Isis created. And so she's like, I'm going to have a piece of him for the rest of my life. So she created the phallus, which are known as obelisks, as a tribute. And she does get pregnant. I know, right, Judith? She did get pregnant, and that's where Horus comes in, the all-seeing eye. So when Osiris dies, the greater gods threw him to the stars. And that's how you get the constellation Orion. So he was forever up there guarding the passage between life and death, which is where people consider Betelgeuse as the source of life, because it's the brightest part. That's the source of life. Now, near Orion, down by his legs and off to the right is Isis. So, going back to listen, had to make some tea. So that's where Isis is. And she helps Osiris. She will always be by his side. Always. But they consider the Betelgeuse is the spot of life and death. And that's how we got the constellation Orion. Now, in some stories, depends on if you listen to Egyptian or Greek, some say that the part that's his bow is his bow, because he's a great hunter. But in other stories, that is his in his left hand, and that's his sword. I don't know. It just depends on what story you listen to. Then people should have saged their house. Bad juju. Oh my god. Listening, but it's rinse and shower time. Be back shortly. Okay. So that's how we ended up with the constellation Orion. And that's how, that's why they think a ton of cultures believe Betelgeuse is the source of life. It is the gateway between life and death. Life comes through, death escapes it. So it's a constant back and forth. Now, in the Indian culture, I don't really know what they say about their story of Orion is, but I do know they say that Betelgeuse is where life began. So that's what they believe. And that's where the star people come from, is Betelgeuse. For real. Now, now, as you know, with Orion, everybody knows Orion's belt. Everybody knows about the pyramids in Egypt is directly lined with Orion's belt. The Mayans, their walk of death is aligned perfectly with their pyramids with Orion's belt. It's the same thing. But with the Indians, you gotta leave it to the Indians. But with the Indians, what they have done They have not only created Orion's belt, they created Orion here in the United States. You know what's funny, Les? Are we gonna come back as stars? It just depends on what God has for us. In Christian terms, even the stars are angels. So, and they do their job happily. So who knows? Now, what the Indians have done is over a matter 3 or 4 states, I think it is, where they have the reservations, is in we are in the womb of infinity. According to the Indians, what they have done, and I've seen the picture, and it is true. They have created the whole entire constellation of Orion, not just his belt, all of it. And it's over 3 or 4 states where they've done this, where the reservations are. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut out early tonight. Have to be up extra early. We'll have to fill me in later. Hope everyone has a good night's sleep. You too, Celeste. I hope you have a good night. And I hope you have a good day tomorrow. Thank you for coming in. But if you look at the reservations that the Indians done and you look at Orion, it's an exact match. And this is over like I said, 3 or 4 states they did this in. I'm going to see if I can find that. I don't know why I didn't. I thought about it earlier, and you know what? No. 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 Um. I'm gonna try to find it. I've only seen it once. Let's see if it's there. Taurus protects the 7 little sisters from Orion. Oh, please, he ain't gonna. Right. Is that it? No. I'm looking. Yes, what? Wait, is that it? Oh, that's where he. That when he sets, he rises. You can make that out if you tried. But what state? Can't see. Can't even blow it up. I'm trying to find it. I found one close. And if I don't find a better one, then I'm gonna have to go with that one. Oh, that's Mayan. That's the walk of death. Alright, we're gonna have to go up here then. I have to show you guys. It's not a very good picture at all. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Alright. I'm gonna see if I can blow it up. Save it. Alright, I'm gonna load her in. Not a good picture of it, but alright, let me get rid of that. And let me load it up. And see if I can blow it up. Okay. Send it to my desktop. Alright, there it is. Open. Okay. We're gonna see if I can stretch it out. Okay, can you guys see this? I guess I can't. Well, there ain't nothing down there, is there? I guess I can blow it up a little bit. Okay, can you? Alright. You too, Les. Thank you, thank you. All I know about Indian is that they make casinos on the reservation, and my grandma was part of Indian. Nemesis on humans are a species with amnesia. Our history is probably older and more fantastic than we are led to believe. It is. Honestly, I can go into that, but I don't talk about it a lot because people would be scared to death. But this is the closest thing that I've gotten to, because it does take up several states, and only part of Orion is within this state. So I'm not even sure which one it is, because that's blurry to me. But within all these, if you notice, it says the flower of life. This is, let's see. That, I think that one's Colorado. Oh yeah, this state here is Arizona. And you got Nebraska to the left, but Colorado's there. This is New Mexico. Utah figures. It takes up several states. Art Deco. Hello. Nemesis on sacred geometry. Yes. Well, anyway, you notice the flower of life right there is the heart of where Orion, and it doesn't really show you the reservations here, but it does have a grid. These letterings are blurry to me, but this area, the main part of what they consider Orion, is what they call the flower of life within this cluster. Although there's a couple much better pictures of it. This one is so confusing and all that, and not everybody knows geometry, and it's hard to explain it. I don't even understand half of this stuff. And I was good in math and everything, but As you can see, there's the flower petals. If you can see it in there. Okay, and that's why they call it the flower of life. Because when they do the geometrical coordinates and this and that and blah blah blah, you do see a flower. And I wish they would have like cut out all this other stuff. But the other stuff is important too, but for other reasons. But that's why they call it the flower of life. And then right there in the middle of the flower is that red dot. Ta-da! Those are the hottest hell states. Yeah. Kayla loves star people. I've been listening to a lot about them. And you know, it's right there. It's the red dot, so you know what that means. But it is. You can see if you don't concentrate too hard, you can actually see the flower in the middle of all that mess. But that's how important this thing. They actually created the whole entire constellation of Orion. Out west, it's huge, and if you take the reservations where they're at, it's the exact match. If Orion was to fly over it, you know, in the direction, you know, north, he's turned north, then he would just lay there on top and it'd be exact match. But that thing's starting to hurt my eyes. Ooh. 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 What's this one? No. I want that one. What's this one? Oh, yeah. With that sky moving in the background, makes it seem like this picture is moving. But there you go. There's the nebula. Right up here at the left is the thingy. And right here to the right is Bellatrix. See over there in the corner by the edge, the orange, the red, that is Beetlejuice, and you go straight, like straight across but down a little bit, and that other like yellow. So that one is still not ready to go. That's the stage between blue and red. So it's not near ready to go. That's Bellatrix. Do you mean Bellatrix Potter? Yup. Have you tripped before? What? Tripped? You mean like from drugs or from falling? All I know is that I ain't going to visit that place. The aliens are going to land there. No thank you. I still want a poster of the black hole. It'd just be black. Hey, I'm telling you, alright, if you want a poster of the black hole, get a poster of our galaxy. And that black thing in the middle that makes the donut, that's a black hole in our own galaxy. I'm asking because you said that picture hurt your eyes. Oh, yeah, because it's all fuzzy. They have a picture, remember? Yeah, I know. But I thought you were wanting just a black hole itself. It was reddish orange. Yeah, they got the colors around it. Yeah. Yup. See, now these blue stars, that's about as hot. That's blue. It's so weird when it comes to like a candle flame. Blue is the coolest heat, and white is the hottest. It's backwards. Blue is the hottest, and red is the coolest. I wish they'd make a big poster of the black hole. I agree with you, Art. I would get that and put it in a frame, and up on the wall it would go. My poor wall in the hallway is going to be nothing but Animals in Universe posters. Kayla, really? Yeah. Art said blue is beautiful. That's my favorite color. Blue. Yep, in the stars, blue is the hottest. In the stars, as far as the stars. No, in candle, as far as like if you had a candle flame, blue is the coolest and white is the hottest. So it goes like blue, yellow, orange, red. White is the hottest. White is the hottest. As far as the candle, in the stars, blue is the hottest and red is the coolest. Isn't that weird? It's weird. So that's how they know Betelgeuse is ready to go supernova, if it hasn't already. Because Betelgeuse was only supposed to be around. It hit its point. It's been around 10 million years. It's due to go. We'll go get our berry storm. Opposite of the stars. Yup. But I wish they would make I agree with Hart. I wish they would make that into a poster of the black hole, because I would hang it up on the wall. Right now, I've got a poster and I gotta go up. I don't know why I don't. I have like this fear of shopping at Walmart for some reason, but I haven't been to Walmart since. I think I went one time since the last time I went live there. Did a live stream there. I think I've only went once. New Jersey, hello. It's hello. How you doing, New Jersey? So that's how they know that Betelgeuse is ready to go. Because first of all, it's due. It's due to go supernova. The thing of it is, Betelgeuse is so far away that even if it did supernova, it's not going to affect us, and we wouldn't know about it for how many light years? 100 light years. So I thought it was the hottest because it's closer to the wick for charcoal. What, blue? That's the coolest. White, it's white hot is the white hot is the hottest when you burn a candle or any kind of flame. Doing well, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Kayla says, are embers the things at the bottom of a fire pit? Or are those the things that float? Embers is the hot pieces at the bottom of a fire pit. Grill, fireplaces, anywhere where there's been a fire and it consumes, food, which is like wood or whatever. It's the part. I believe. I just also thought that. It said you did it on the green screen of the black hole when it came out. It was beautiful, the black hole. Okay, thank you. I meant to say embers, not charcoal. You did say embers. You want me to bring the black hole up? But I have questions. I want to know why. I just want to know. I mean, I get the constellation, but and I kind of understand. But they believe that's where the life comes to and from. And Isis is there helping Osiris. It's the whole thing about that is awesome. All right. Art wants me to, and I will, because I want to also. I want to also. All right, let's get rid of that one. I've got 80 million windows open. Get rid of that one. Click that one. I'm gonna put whole fix. I will probably get monetized from this one too. Ta-da. Okay, was it? Oh, this wasn't it. That 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 wasn't it. Oh my god. Are you serious? Ah. Not it. Everybody's making the black hole. Alright, let me redo. Let me go back here. Back. Ooh. There it is. Now, which one shall I show? Well, those are all the same. But those aren't it. Okay. And to save image. I don't to name it. And that one. Ooh. Is that the X-ray? Or should I just show that on its own? Because that's where it's at. I'm gonna throw this in here too because that's where it's at. The image, okay. Alrighty. Load this puppy up. Dun, 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 image. Ooh. There you are. Found you. Okay, they have an X-ray. Fit to screen. There you go. There's that one. We'll bring in the other one. X. Mouse. There you are. Anyway, there's the black hole. Okay, I think. Since to me, Nemesis on the black hole sun, won't you come and wash away? Whole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Then back to words. You said it was beautiful. Do you have Rosie Leon on a dinosaur? Yes. With the caption, "Where the hell is Rosie Leon?" I haven't been able to um, get her on the dinosaur. That one is amazing. Tex is like, that's kind of terrifying. Yeah, but it's the first proof that black holes do exist. It's the first proof. The actual proof. It's always been suspected, but there was never any proof, and they got it. Now, Art, do you want to see the X-ray of the black hole? That's the X-ray. And here in this little one, you can see. Let me see if I can stretch that out. No, no, no. No. Oh. There. I'm gonna try to make it big. No, that don't work. Well, it won't let me now. But the Chandra X-ray, wide field. You can see right there in that box. If you look in the white part, you can see like the little X marks the spot kind of thing. Forgive me, Les. Looks like colonoscopy pictures. Oh. Art Deco's like, let me screenshot. That is scientific proof. Black holes do exist. Yep. Cindy and Les, thinking about Louisville. So I'm heading out. Good night, everybody. And that looks obscene. What? It's the X-ray. Oh. You have a good night, Cindy. Thank you for coming in and have fun tomorrow. No, the box is a close-up of the box here. The big box here in the corner is the close-up of the box there in the wide shot. And those are the X-rays coming out. Chandra X-ray. It is. I can look at these things all day. I don't see where it looks obscene. No. It is. It is beautiful. I love it. But this, to me, is even more. I I can look at it all day and just go, that's freaking proof. For people who want proof. You have to have proof of everything. Proof, proof, proof. Proof, proof, proof. There's your proof. No, nobody can say anything. But I really do wish they would have that in a book. None of my kiddos would let me invest in a $350 telescope. I love astronomy. Girl, invest in a $350 telescope. That's not very much for a telescope. Tell me you could be spending $5,000 or $3,500 or $1,200. Invest in a $350 telescope. I would. In a New York Minute. If I had $350. I'd take that thing out to Timbuktu, set it on the ground, load up the telescope, and just start looking. I think my meds are kicking in. I want to check something. You guys can look at that for a minute. I'm going to check something out. Daggone it. Please. Okay. Let me find some really good, beautiful pics of there's one. Alright, what's let me bring this one up. I'm gonna show y'all some. I'm gonna show you something. That I think it's beautiful. Where are you? Where are you? Go. No, you can't be. There you are. There you go. Sandra, just Sandra. Still doing Robert Friday list? Yes, I am. Yep. I wanted the one put in the direction and it would point to it. That's expensive. It was supposed to do all constellations. It can. Yep, you can even hook a camera to it, take pics. Yep. Really, Snicker? Yep. Some telescopes have mounts for camera. Yep. Some of them you can just go and hook them to your computer. I would love to do that myself. Oh, it is amazing. My sister's ex-boyfriend Brian, who I went to school with, one of his telescopes you can hook just straight to the computer, and we just watched it. That is gorgeous. That's beautiful. That, my friends, is the Orion Nebula. This is the nebula where they say that all stars are born. That is the Orion Nebula. And it is beautiful. Oh, there's so much cool stuff out there, you guys. You have no idea. No idea. That is the Orion Nebula. Betelgeuse, that's where life comes in and out of. The nebula, that's where stars come from. This is what they say. They say. Yeah, but it's awesome. It's beautiful. I ain't gonna lie. It is. So that'll be our last picture. So with that, I'll let it cover up my face. Get in the middle. There you go. So yay! And that will be the picture I'll leave you guys with. I'm going to go. It's past my bedtime. My 2 hours are up. And thank you everyone for being here. Thank you everyone for participating. I've enjoyed myself as usual. Dude says I don't have a computer, but I want a fully equipped telescope now. Email me all the cool telescopes out there, but don't expect a response because I don't know who to reply. Oh, good night, everyone. Thank you. Good night, Sandra, Art, Snicker, Judith, Kayla, Animal Lover. Didn't even know you were here. Hello and good night. Thank you all for being here, and I really appreciate the support. So I will leave you with the space outro, so to speak. Oh, I'm over here. Good night, everyone. Have a good night. I hope you have a great day tomorrow. Whoops.